Hello and welcome back to Paul Spread Time. We're going to do some more Buffalo nickels today. One of my very favorite coins. I have purchased 700 Buffalo nickels that are supposedly dateless. I am going through restoring the date with some Nicodate, a little chemical. And I'm trying to fill a book with restored dates, and we're getting there. Only 2 on the first page left. As we go on, they seem harder to find. By my calculation, and this will be episode 6. We are 28 of 65 in the collection found. We have restored the date on 45 out of 48 coins that we have tried to restore the date. So what we'll be doing, I'll be doing this first one in total, and then I'll maybe cut out a little bit to be able to get more done. As you can see, right here would be the field on a Buffalo nickel. You should have a date. I don't see a date, so I take some of the Nicodate and I put a drop in the field. Ideally, I put a drop in the field. There we go. I missed it a little bit to the left, so we will scooch it over. Oh, it's coming back quick. That one's coming back quick. 19 something. Let's see what pops out here. The teen, 19-1, 7, maybe 5, not a 7, maybe a 1915, I can't tell, maybe a 1917, kind of what it's looking like. We'll see what comes up, looking like a 1917. Some of them come back just immediate like that. Some of them take 2 or 3 applications. Some of them don't come back at all. That's going to be a 1917 for sure. So that's what I'm seeing. After I put the chemical on, you don't want to get it on your fingers, so I'm wearing gloves. I dip it in some water. I dab it off on a towel. Bring it back, look at it. We can very clearly see that is a 1917 clear date. We flip it over and it's a 1917 D mint mark. See that mint mark down there is not worn off. 1917 D, we do already have a 1917 D in our book, but I will put that one with it to compare the two and see if that one's any better. Let's go on to the next one. Definitely no date. Definitely no date. Got it partially in the right area. See a 2 right there. 2 and a something. It's coming back. Let's see. Still trying to decide the best way to film these because this does take some time. They end up being longer videos. I could cut off here and then come back and show you when that date's restored, and I will do some of that. Please let me know in the comments below which you prefer, because I can do it either way. Looking like a 1920 something. 29? Don't know. Let it continue to chew. See if we can. Maybe a 29. I think that's what it's looking like. 1929, is that a date we have? We have a 29S in the book. We have a 29S in the book. We've only done 48, and we're starting to get quite a lot of the Buffalo nickels in here. Restoring these dates. So that's pretty cool. I'm hoping to be able to totally fill a book out of the 700 I purchased. I'm sure it's going to really slow down when we get to looking for the last 8, 10. A lot of these are lower mint marks. Seems to have stunted on its progress. Let's wipe the chemical off. Put it back on here, see what we can see. We can see 1929 is what we can see. Or is that a 3? That could be a 3. But it's not going to be 39. Let's give it another drink of the juice and see what else might come back. Give it just a little more. While I'm doing that, I'm going to look up the 2 and the 3. We know there's not a 1939 though. Look up at 1929 and look at the font of the 2. I'm going to look it up. It's on pcgs.com. Okay. Yeah, very clearly a 2. Is it very clearly a 9? Believe it is. Let's take it out of there. Wash it off. Give it a little dip. It's going to be a 1920. Going to be a 1920, not a 29 that I tried to make it. Let me go look at the 1920 and make sure I'm right. Pretty sure I am. That is a 1920. So look at the mint mark. Maybe a D. Maybe a D mint mark, 1920 D. We're a betting person. See what comes up there, but I think I see a 1920 D down there pretty clearly. 1920 D, we do not have 9 million minted. Just give it a few seconds here and see what we can see. And you can see at the bottom the top of the D right there. That is a 1920 D, and we need that one for the book. 9.4 million minted. So nice addition to the book. All right, what's next? Ooh, slick. Slick, slick, slick. Will we get anything off of this one? I don't know. We'll see. We will see. Don't see anything popping up immediately, so we'll be back when we get a date up here. This is the fourth application on this one. It is being very, very stubborn. It's either a 1913 or a 1915, and it's obvious it's not going to come back very clear. I'm pretty sure it's a 1913 type 2. We'll see what this last application does to it, and if it comes out. We may eat it all the way off. I've had Nicodate on it for a long time to get back to this point. I've let it turn totally black twice, and it is coming back better. Can see it a little bit. Pretty sure it's a 1913 type 2, but we'll see. I'll be back when I am ready to show it to you. Alright, it's pretty much turned black again. About 10 minutes of real time gone into trying to restore this date. Tough one. Well, we're going to go with the 1919. We did get the date back, 1919. See if we got any kind of mint mark back here. I think I might see an S down there. See if we can get a clear mint mark back. I tend to always put these too far to the right. But I do think you can see that S coming back right there. I do believe it's going to be a 1919 S. We do not have a 1919 S in our book. Mintage of 7.5 million. If that S doesn't turn into a D, I think it's pretty much an S. Mint mark tends to come back a lot quicker than the date. And it's there. Y'all see that 1919 S? 'Tis there. That will go in our book as a 1919 S. What a tough restoration that one was. Goodness. Alright, what do we got here? What do we have here? Maybe a 4? Maybe a 4. Let's see. This one will come back quicker. We can just leave it right there. Maybe a 20, maybe a 30. Don't know. 1930? Maybe. Maybe a 1930? I got the PCGS screen up so I can look at the fonts of the different ones I am restoring so I can compare. They're not always fonts that I'm familiar with. Three looks like a pretty basic 3. That doesn't look like a pretty basic 3 to me. So what do we have happening here? Not a 1930, maybe a 1930, maybe a 1920. How about that? Better? I can see it. I can see clearly now. It's a 1929 or 20. 1920. 1920 it is. We do have a 1920 20D. We do not have a 20S. We'll let that one chew a little longer, see if we can get that date in there clearer. I will pause y'all and bring you back. And upon drying it off, it is a very clear 1920. Let's check a mint mark. I do not see a mint mark, but doesn't mean it's not going to come back. It's unlikely we have a mint mark pop out of that, but we'll see. Otherwise, it'll be a 1920p. I'm certainly not seeing a D or an S pop up there. So I think we'll go with a 1920p on this one. You know, this isn't 100% certain. My best estimation sometimes. I'm pretty sure that we've got them all right so far. 1920, no mint mark. 1920p. So we'll compare it to the current 1920p we got in. Let's pop another one up there. What do we got? Oh, we got a date. 1935 or 6. We'll put that in the pile of ones that already have a date on them. That's a 1920. Already got a date on it. Bought these as dateless. That could mean different things to different people. Boy. If we get a date off that one, we'll be lucky. Like it might have already been nicodated. And best case scenario is just a nasty area to try to pull a date off of. But we'll see. We will see. Back in a few. All right, we're not looking good here after the third application on this nickel. I think we're going to have a fail. The area is just too damaged. I don't see anything. We're going to give that one up as a fail, and we'll move on to the next one. It's all right. Sometimes we're going to fail. I think that one might have been nicodated before. Maybe we'll get a good one here and it'll just pop right out. It'll just pop right out, just boom. Maybe not. It's coming. I do see something happening on this one. So we shall see. We'll let it cook and I'll be back. All right, it's coming. I think it's a 1916. Do you see it? See if what it looks like dry. I think it's a 1916. Oh, it looks like a 1917. Believe it is 1917. All things said and done. Very clearly 1917. See if we got a mint mark. Could be an S down there. See if we can pop a mint mark off of it. I think I do see an S. I think I do see an S coming back. We do have a 1917 S, but we could always upgrade it. And maybe I don't see an S anymore. I think what I saw as a mint mark has gone away. Or moved to the right. Let's clean it up and take a peek. You could use your imagination and say they put it in the wrong place and it's a 1917S. I'm going to go with a 1917P, and we will compare it. And let's put another one up. Dateless, as it's supposed to be. Let's see what date we can bring back off that one. 23 popping right up there, maybe 28. I'm not sure. It's coming though. Look at 1920 something. 28, 23. You definitely got a reaction this time. Quickly. We do have a 1928P in our book. We get a 1923S in our book. Let's look at 1928. Let's see. Got 23 over a 28. Let's give it another drink and see if we can add some clarity to this. Maybe it's a 26. Like it wants to pop out as a 3. Are there any overdates? Let's see. 1928. 1923. 23 over 22. Not what it looks like. That's weird. Let's see what it looks like out of the juice. Let's see what it looks like out of the juice. It looks funky, I can tell you that. I guess we're going to have to call it a 1926. You look at it that way, it's a 1926. Yeah, 1926. 1926 is what we're going with. And I see no mint mark. See if it stays no mint mark. 1926. Looks like 1926. Are we getting a mint mark? I don't know. Looks like there might be a D popping up there. Let's see. Let us see. Something there. It is a 26D. It is a 1926D, sure as anything. Boy, it was hard to get there. Let's see, 26D we don't have. 5.6 million minted. Cool. Boy, why you gotta be so difficult? Why you gotta be so difficult? How about the next one? No date. Just give us a real nice clear one this time that we don't have to think about. That'd be nice. Like a 1914? Maybe a 1914? Definitely a 1914. Where are we? We need a 1914P. We need a 1914P. That is definitely a 1914. Let it percolate. Make it as nice as we can. Go to the 1914s, make sure there's nothing weird I'm supposed to be looking for. 1914 over a 1913. Certainly don't see that. Just your standard 1914. All right, let's take a peek. Very clearly a 1914. And from a mint mark standpoint, it is a D. Very clearly a 1914D. We will compare that to our 1914D in the book and see if that one's better. Next one up, part of a date. See what we can end up with here. '20, 1926, 1929. I don't know. We'll see what comes. We will see what comes. Looking like a 1929 maybe. Definitely a 1929. See how clearly it'll come out. This is episode 6. In this episode, we will go over maybe halfway to a complete book. That'd be cool. It's getting better, it's getting worse. Let's take it off and see what Pretty sure it was a 1929. Now I'm not. Now I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm still pretty sure it's a 29. Could be a 5 though. Could be a 5. See if that helps. Helps or hurts. $1920 something. 1920 something. Maybe an 8. Maybe a 1928. Let's see if we can tell anything now. Let's see if we can tell better now what we got. I don't know. Originally thought 1929. I still think 1929 is what it's going to be. We're going with 1929. Do we have a mint mark? I do not see a mint mark. I do not see a sign of a mint mark. But been fooled by the mint mark before. Just can't hit that spot. We're going there, we ought to see it nice and easy. 1929, do we have a 1929? We do not. We have a 29 and a 29D that we need. Is that an S showing up in the mint mark field? I don't know. Maybe. What do you see? I see something down there. I see something down there. I see an S. It's going to be a 29S. Do you see it? I see it. Silly mint marks come back when I don't think there's one there. I almost didn't even check for one. Almost didn't even check for one, but it is very clearly there as an S. $1929S. 29S going in the book. We didn't need that one. Darn it. We'll see if it's any better than the other one. All right, what do we got here? We got a date. That's a 28. We won't restore that one. We've got a previously nickadated 1915, I think. Somebody went crazy with the nickadate. See if we can get anything off of that. We'll see if we can get anything at all off of that. It's been nickadated. It may take a while, so I will pause us. Boy, this is persistence, but it's happening. It's one that had been previously liquidated and a really bad field is coming back. It is a 1915. See it? 1915. It's not going to look great, but it has come back. It had been previously liquidated without restoring it. Eh, 1915. Maybe a 1916. It's got a mint mark. I'm not going to chase a mint mark on it because it's too far gone to go in our book anyway. But it is a 1915. You can see it there. So, good date restoration on that one from what I thought was gone. Whew, this may be another hard one. Maybe another hard one. We'll see. Heck, I guess if it was easy, everyone would be doing it. See what we can get out of this one. Something coming. Something coming. And then it stopped. All right, back in a few. Application number 2 on this one, I still don't see anything. So we'll see what happens. All right, we're at application 4 and I'm seeing nothing. The field didn't look that bad. So I don't know if somebody previously totally ate the date off, but we are getting nothing. Maybe a 25? I don't know. 1925 would be my best guess. We can try 6th application. I think that it's gone. Almost gone. We'll see what happens. I'll give it a few minutes, see what happens. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. I don't know on this one. I don't know. I guess if I wanted to spend all year on it, maybe. I'm pretty sure it's a 1919. That's what I'm seeing now, is a 1919. After 7 applications, you see it? 1919. Could be 1915. I think it's 1919. I know this. It's not nice enough to go in the book. I'm tired of it. It's going in the date not restored, though it's possible we restored that one. Jeez. Let's try this one. I need an easier one. I need an easier one. Oh, way too much, Paul. Way too much. Well, it's coming, though. At least it's coming. I see a data coming. $19.23. Maybe? Oh, it's going to be easier. I need it easier. 23. We have a 23S. We don't have a 23. There is no 23D. That is a 1923. We'll let it chew and make it prettier. Much better when the date pops right back, especially in this big thick font that this one's popping up. You can read it. I can see clearly now. The nick of date's gone. Definitely a 1923. Now, how about definitely a mint mark? We're not that lucky. Not that lucky, Pa. Not gonna happen. See the 1923 though. Don't see a mint mark. Let's see if that will bring us a mint mark. Otherwise, it's a 23P, and we need one. So we rooting for no mint mark? Oh, is that a D? Is that a D showing up? Dadgummit. No, there is no D. Could be an S. There is no D. Can't be a D showing up. Cannot be a D showing up. Not possible. Be a $10 bazillion coin. Not possible. Boy, do you see something down there, though? What do I see down there? Nothing. Looking like nothing. Or something where it shouldn't be, which we will interpret as nothing. Let's see. Going with nothing. I do see something there. Can't pretend like I don't see something there, because I do. Oh man. Oh man, that looks too high. Let's go look at the 23S. Go look at the 23S. 23S is a low mint mark. I'll keep finding it. $12 in G4, which it no longer is since we've nickedated it. Let's see, the S starts below the E and the C. That's an S. That's an S, sure as anything, that's an S. Okay. Higher up than mine, but that's an S. 23S. Yeah, put it in the book as a 23S. We'll compare it against our other 23S. Dadgummit. We'll do one more in this stream. One more in this video. Nothing there. This will be a tough one. Watch this one be a tough one. Maybe not. You never know. Something coming? I see a 9. I see a 9. Do I see a 6? Do I see a 1916? I might see a 1916. I might just see a 1916. Think I do? I think we do maybe a 1915. 16 or 15. We'll let her cook. We'll let her cook. Back in a minute when it's more clear. All right, it's looking pretty clearly like a 1915. Pretty clearly like a 1915. I'd bet anything it was 1916, but clarity comes in 1915 for sure. Now, how about a mint mark? Any certainty on a mint mark? Maybe an S. Maybe an S. Maybe a 1915 S. We'll see. We'll see, won't we? Before you buy 700 dateless Buffalo nickels, make sure you have a lot of patience. I don't know if I qualify or not, but I got the nickels. Do we see a mint mark? I don't know. I don't know. Let's go to the zoom. I see an S right by the E. That's not where it's supposed to be, but I see it. Do you see it? Take the wet stuff off and see if we can see anything. I think we got an S. I think we got an S, but I don't know. Not where we're supposed to have anything. Do we have anything? We got stuff that looks like stuff, but that's going to be a 1915P. Going by the 1915P. Oh boy. All right, that's going to wrap up episode 6. Let's see how we did. We got a 1914D. That's one new one, if it'll go in the book. We got a, what do we have? 1919S. Two new ones. Won't go down in the book. Yikes. We've got some to check. We got a 1920D. Three new ones. That went in the book. A 26D. Four new ones went in the book. So we have four new ones. So we got 32 out of 65. There's actually only 64 plus the 3.5 legs, so we're halfway. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 out of 13 that we got dates on. So 56 out of 61 that we have dates on so far. So I will check these to see which is better and update the book, and we'll be back with episode 7. We're down to only needing half. We need a 32 more plus the 3.5 leg, which I don't think we're going to find. Can we complete the Buffalo Nickel book? I don't know. Find out again next time when Paul's got more spare time. See y'all soon.